Hey, it's Chris, the Midwest Bass Hunter, and I want to talk to you about a new reel I got today. So I got a Lew's Mach 2 speed spin. I never had a Lew's spinning reel before. In fact, I don't use a lot of spinning reels. I generally use bait casters. I kind of like to be a power fisherman. I'm fishing big baits. I'm winging them way out there and I'm cranking them, and I like to do that. But I'm trying to get more into more finesse fishing because that's something I'm not real good at. So I'm trying to learn how to do it better. So what I've learned while I'm fishing with a spinning reel is most of them don't really, they don't have a high enough gear ratio in my opinion. So most of the ones that I have, well, all of the spinning reels that I have, and I have like, I don't know, two or three or something, but I think three. Anyways, they always have a low gear ratio, like they're 5.2 to 1 or 5.3 to 1, 5.1 to 1. And I find what happens, I'll be out fishing with a wacky rig or something, and the fish starts running at me, and I cannot keep up with him. So I end up losing the fish because I can't keep tension on him. So I wanted to find a spinning reel with a little bit more gear ratio. So I went looking around, and I found a couple that I liked. And this is the one I went with. And this is a Lew's Mach 2 speed spin. And this is 6.2 to 1 gear ratio. So it's a whole point better than the 5.2 to 1. So I've never had a Lew's spinning reel. I have a couple of Lew's bait casters. They're really good. I have no issues with them. So I thought I'll try one of these out. And this reel is about $80. So it's not cheap, but it's not outrageous either. It's it's less than $100. So if you save up, if you can't afford it right away, you save up a little bit, you can afford $100, most people. So this is about $80. So a couple things about this reel. This is the MH2300 model, which is the little bit, there's like two different sizes. There's one that's smaller. It's called a 200. This is the 300 model. It weighs 9.1 ounces, which I don't know. I guess that's light. It feels kind of heavy compared to a bait caster, but spinning reels are a little different, so it's not too heavy though. It's not bad. You can put 145 yards of 10-pound monofilament line on it, and every time you turn the handle, it picks up 32 inches of line. So you can move a lot of line with this thing pretty quickly. It's got a lightweight aluminum frame body, 10 bearings, and it has instant anti-reverse, so you can do the old back reel like that, and then it also is anti-reverse, so then it won't reel backwards. It's got a carbon skeletal rotor. So this rotor right here, which is the part that spins on a spinning reel, is not aluminum. It's carbon. It's a carbon composite construction. So it's a little bit, lightens it up really. And it's strong, of course. It has a aluminum spool that's machined and it's knurled. I don't know if you can see that. It's knurled there so your line won't slip when you spool it up. It's pretty nice. It's got this knob, and this is something I've seen Lew's do. They do it on their rods too. My Lew's bait casters don't have this, but it's like this foam, and then it's got this other type of foam here, and it's not supposed to be slippery when it's wet. Now I haven't had it out on the water yet, so I'm not sure how that'll work, but it's supposed to be nice and grippy. So when you're fishing, you got water flying all over, you're in the water, and it's pretty easy to get things slippery. So this is supposed to not have that problem. So basically that is really the gist of this reel. You can switch the handle from left to right like most spinning reels. I fish with mine on the right. A lot of people fish with theirs on the left, but I like to have mine on the right, so I put it on the right. The bail works really nicely. It flips open real easy, and it closes. You don't have to flip it closed. It will close on its own. A lot of times, these get a little bit old and then they don't want to close very well, but this one seems like it works pretty good. So And then, of course, it has this little notch here to put your put your line in. It's got 17 pounds of drag, so you know it'll work pretty good. If you're fighting a big fish, you can crank that down a little bit, or loosen it up and let them run a little bit. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna put some line on it, and I think I'm gonna take it out. And my wife says she's gonna use it tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use it. I'm probably gonna just put some 10-pound monofilament on it to start, or some 8-pound. I'm not sure what I have laying around, but I'll put some monofilament line on it. Go out and fish with a wacky rig or something. See what we can catch on it. So really excited to try this. Never had anything with this high of gear ratio on a spinning reel. So happy to get that on the water and check it out. So I will leave a link in the description where you can pick this reel up. So I'm out here today. I'm going to fish with my new Lew's Mach 2 speed spin. Try it out and see what we think of it. We're going to fish wacky worm. A buddy of mine says he's been catching them down here on a... Oh, you can get right down there, huh? Alright, so a few things about this reel. It's obviously very smooth. Being a 10 bearing reel, it's very smooth. It winds the line on real nice and even, so no problems there. And it kind of has this bevel on the spool right here, so it casts really nicely. The line comes off of it nicely. I just need to catch big fish. See how I get this big fish. So this reel is supposed to be, this handle is supposed to be not slippery when it's wet, and it's actually really grippy. So we'll just dip it in the water here. And it's still really grippy when it's wet, which is nice. I know the hard plastic handles, they can get pretty slippery when they're wet. Got one.
Yeah. It's a longer.
Whoa. I think it's a pretty good fish.
Stop resisting fishing.
Oh my goodness, that is a really big fish.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, come on.
Kelly Clarkson. Oh my goodness. He is humongous.
There we go.
Woo!
There we go. That's got to be a 2.5 pounder at least. Well, the reel handled the fish just fine. No problem at all. That was a nice fish. Alright guys, so my review of the Mach 2 Speed Spin by Lew's. Definitely would recommend this reel. It's probably the nicest spinning reel I've ever had, and it's kind of expensive. It's not cheap. It's about $80, but it casts super nice. It functions really well. I caught a decent fish with it. Handles fish well, and I like the fact that it's fast. It's 6.2 to 1, so I like having that faster spinning reel. I've always had, you know, five something to 1 spinning reels, and definitely like this one. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button.